The woman never fastened her seatbelt whenever she flew. Ironically, that very habit ended up saving her life. A fighter jet collided directly with their commercial plane. The fuselage instantly tore open, leaving a massive hole. The powerful rush of air sucked several passengers right out of the cabin. Because she hadn't fastened her seatbelt, the violent shaking of the aircraft threw her toward the tail, away from the gaping hole. At that moment, her boyfriend grabbed her hand, trying to save her, but the powerful wind wrenched them apart. Then tragedy struck. The airflow ripped the plane into pieces, and her boyfriend was blown out immediately. Moments later, the tail section where she was tumbled rapidly toward the ground. She thought of the seatbelt. She quickly buckled it, leaving her fate up to God. When the ground was only a few down meters away, the plane's fall began to slow. A few seconds later, the tail crashed heavily into the earth. Against all odds, she miraculously survived. Stranded in the jungle, she didn't die in the crash, but her lower leg had been impaled by a piece of wreckage. When she tried to touch it, waves of excruciating pain shot through her body, accompanied by piercing screams. She pulled the shirt out. It took half an hour before the pain finally eased. She tore off part of her skirt and roughly bandaged the wound. Then she started calling for her boyfriend, struggling to stand. That's when she discovered another passenger in the back of the wreckage. She rushed over in excitement to find she was dead. The sight shocked her so badly she fainted. Much later, a mosquito woke her from unconsciousness. She refused to give up. She took clothes from the dead passenger to cover herself. Her next goal was to find her boyfriend and figure out what had happened to him. She remembered their destination had been to the east. Her boyfriend had once taught her how to find direction in the wilderness by rubbing a needle on her clothes to magnetize it, then floating it on a leaf in water. Using this trick, she soon found east. She filled a container with river water, grabbed a stick to use as a crutch, and set off. Not long after, she stumbled down a hillside, aggravating her injured leg. She had to painfully climb back up. Every step was torture. After trekking for several kilometers, she finally reached a mountaintop and saw the remains of the plane's cockpit. Her heart surged with hope. She crossed a raging river and painfully climbed ashore. But inside the wreckage, she found no sign of her boyfriend. Instead, she discovered a flare gun. She hadn't yet lost all hope. Nearby, she spotted a backpack hanging in a tree. When she pulled it down and opened it, she realized it belonged to her boyfriend. Inside was a drawing of her that he had made. Seeing it shattered her. Their love had been so beautiful. Unwilling to give up, she slung on his backpack and set out again. Before long, she found her boyfriend sitting quietly in a deep pit. She scrambled down without caring about her injured leg, tears streaming down her face. As soon as she reached the bottom, she ran straight into his arms and hugged him tightly.
Мой маленький Тан. Ты даже сильнее, чем я. Просто сама этого не знаешь.